It's another amazing episode of the Cruise Room Podcast with Sabat Vivian. And you know you're gonna laugh, have amazing conversations, and unforgettable moments. Now, before we get into the tea of the day, if you're looking for a professional podcast space for rent, come closer. J Money Studios has got you covered. All you have to do is send us a DM on Instagram at J Money Studios or send a WhatsApp message to the number on your screen, and our beautifully equipped studio is yours. Now, to our VVVVVVVIP guest of the day, who is not your regular, but a multimedia personality. Please welcome MVP. Welcome to the cruise room.
That was a high. It's so great to be here, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. So, we are going to be talking about double standards in today's society, especially in the government.
Especially in the government.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to go there?
I mean, do you think there's anybody that is above the law?
Okay, so first off, I think obviously there are people who are above the law.
Yeah.
But then I think it is something that has become a norm in our government, in our society, in every single form of organization, anything that has to do with hierarchy and structure.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely, I do think there are people who are above the law. And they are not above the law because they are special. They are above the law because they put themselves there.
And is that even nice?
I don't know if I should be in the position of saying that's nice or not. That's because we've been living like that for decades.
Yeah.
For as long as I can remember, for as long as the earth has been in existence, it's always been people who would always feel like they deserve special treatment. Or they feel like, when they're dishing out punishments and whatnot, they should not be harmed or touched. Yes, there are people who feel that way. It's just, it's not nice, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it was this. Look at the aircraft issue. Come
on, what do you expect me to say? Obviously, I think, first off, I think I should just come out and say anybody that is, say, related or closely related, or anybody who has friends or family in the government space, or anybody who has any influence per se, already they have this pass, they've been served a pass, especially if you're like really, really connected. So in that case, you can only imagine that Juan got as little as just so people can say he got something. It is standard. You don't expect something like that, somebody who has no, say, popularity to have that kind of situation occur to them and giving that same pass. No.
I mean, look at the girl. She was banned for life before social media
I was actually going there. It is okay. So maybe now some good things might occur in her life. Maybe she gets connections and blah blah blah. That's if that happens. But the reality is she was banned. Why?
It now looks like because of the person that he is, that's why his own punishment was lesser, and then she is the banned for life.
Obviously, and then just because you're in this type of country, you need to shout, you need to scream at the top of your voice for people to actually listen to you. But guess what? Doing that does not even certify that you would get any justice. It just means people will listen to you.
And that's just really, really unfair. And then I feel like if these people in politics or people in power, if they commit a crime or any offense, if they get harsh punishment than the citizen, maybe it would reduce. I mean,
I don't want to say anything
I feel like
so let me just say this, right? So the government on its own has, in as much as they put, certain punishments down in place, they have exonerated themselves. They have nothing to do with the punishments they have laid out for people. That's the government we live in. That is why you would see a lot of monies being stolen, millions. And, years ago I heard they were blaming snakes and money.
Yes.
That is why you would hear that. It is only now that Tinubu tried to punish certain people. I don't want to go into details. My point is, that is what we live in. So the mindset that we use to live in that society is not what matters. If you you don't change your mindsets, if you don't find a way to, I'm not saying you should settle, but if you find a way to live in this structure that's already been played out or laid out for you, it would always be punishment. It would always be unfair. It would always be injustice. It would always be somebody doing something bad.
Yeah.
Exactly. It will always be that.
Look at the case of Fina and Dangote truck. Very sad. Nothing was done. I don't even understand the whole press release. I still don't get it
What was
because
the
to me.
essence for the press release? The essence for the press release is just to let you guys know that we can write and calm you guys down. It doesn't mean that anything superficial or supernatural will be done. The harm has already been done. That family would have to go through that trauma. Man,
Yeah.
my heart really goes out to you, Finn. But to be honest, it is really unfair how we have situations like this being dealt with.
Yeah.
It is not dealt with the proper, you know, the way it's supposed to be dealt with. It is not dealt with like that. So we just have to look for a way to, I don't know. The few times that we've had people stand up for themselves or try to fight, their voices are either cut off.
Yes.
It's the truth.
Yes.
There's nothing I would say that would change it. Even if I start a riot today, it doesn't mean tomorrow somebody, it will not change anything. And it's sad when I say that I'm thinking that way, but it's the reality.
Reality. And it's almost like, okay, because it's Fina, she's a celebrity and we know her, a lot of families have died from this same Dangote truck. A lot. Enter your car, this one my brother. And nothing is being done. It's like if they put a penalty that per person that you kill, you give $40 billion.
Remember when I said it's only when you shout and cry out. If Fina hadn't even cried out as much, that issue would not still be in talking in like discussion right now. Yes, I get if it happens to somebody else, nobody will hear about it. Things that happen to people over the years, blah, I get it. But I'm so sure that there is no way that something will happen and you cry. We live in the age of social media. Things trend for no reason. So you would cry at the top of your voice, hoping that something will happen. But I can assure you that only if certain people are touched that they will feel sympathy for you, they would sympathize, empathize in the process, probably support you, help you. It's just going to be more gist for the general public.
Yeah, I really wish the government can really do better. I mean, look at the educational system. Propaganda. I will do this to education, a free school, free this and that. But then their children are not attending any of these universities or primary school. They are going outside the country. Are they not supposed to lead by examples? What is wrong with the schools in Nigeria? It's crazy.
Would you want a child to school in Nigeria?
It's
I'm just asking. I'm not asking for a senator. I'm not asking for a
yes, it's our motherland. Our fatherland. I mean, which one?
Anyway, the truth is, we all have preferences. Every human has a preference, right? In relationships, the guy has his own preference, the girl has her own preference. In the family, a mother has a preference of how she would like a child to behave. The child has a preference of how they want the mother to behave. There's a very fine line between double standards and preference. So, if I prefer to have my child school abroad, whether I'm a politician or not, I would do it.
They all prefer that.
Well, I get.
They all prefer it.
Again, right? It is certain people's empowers faults for having left the educational system to rot this way. I get, but still preferences are being made. So it is what he or she prefer. That's what I feel. I feel like we begin to call people out on their say double standard and their hypocrisy. We would make a lot of mistakes because we ourselves can be blamed for it.
Also.
In relationships, for example, what kind of guy do you want?
So that's the rich.
Okay, so since you have said rich, and you said it 3 times, are you rich?
Hey, Chai, why? Why do you do that?
That is what double standard is. So you are setting a preference for what you feel other people should.
Yeah.
Are you of that standard?
I'm walking towards it. I'm walking towards it.
No, but that is just generalize that.
Yes.
In relationships too, you want the guy who's this, who's that. Okay, so all about you. Can you do this? I saw one episode of Nons Mirage's Pop Balloon session where the guy was talking and he said, okay, he made his side talking. He said he wants a woman who is understanding, and all the ladies there pop their balloons. You saw that too,
yes.
right? Why? And then
Understanding.
that is the reason, right?
Yeah.
And then the lady started talking. All I heard was somebody saying, "You can't make me listen to you. You have to listen to me." That is all I heard in all their explanations. Everybody said almost the same thing. Why are you expecting somebody that you don't even know who this person, you don't even know where the person comes from? But the
Yeah.
person is throwing it out that he wants somebody who's understanding. Don't you think that that person saying that means that he too probably has that to offer? Because you need to be understanding to want somebody who is understanding. Some people
Yeah.
can be selfish though, I get it.
Yeah.
But if you are laying it out as what you want, and then the next thing everybody's popping up and saying, "No, you have to understand me. I can't understand you." Oh God, that is.
I think it's social media that set that standard. Like, as a girl, as a woman, you must not settle for less. You must kiniko. I think it's social media that set that standard.
Again, it depends on the university you belong to. It's gay or
Gay. I don't know. And then I feel that social media regulation should be a thing. You will have your charge phone 100%, your 2.5 gig. You will go to people's comment section or their DM and drop anything you call your opinion. Hate language. I mean, look at the case of Toke Makinwa. Hey, he's belly bomb. He is fake.
I don't know what to say about that. Because I think on social media there would always be goofers. There would always be people who are there to slander, regardless of their status, regardless of what they have.
You should start arresting them.
Maybe they should.
They should.
That's why in some countries, I guess, there are social media regulations. I guess,
Yeah.
and then they put it so, like in North Korea, South Korea, I don't know. But one of them, you're not allowed to use any other set of applications for social media except the ones that they issue out. That's because they regulate everything that is being said. You can't come against the government. You can't do this. Though that's like a whole bunch of totalitarianism of control. But they regulate it. Maybe if that is like put in place, it will help.
If they start arresting people, it will reduce.
If they start arresting, but do you think we have enough space in ourselves? Because there's a lot of people that they would arrest.
They should do. There's forest. Put cage. I mean, this is the color. I mean, it's really, really unfair. Having an opinion, saying anything you like about anybody. There's this lady, a TikTok dancer, died. She committed suicide because of cyberbullying. Hey, you are too fat. Your stomach is too big. You are not set. There is not everybody that can handle all those types of things. She was depressed. She tried to go and do something, and she died.
What's the topic for today? Remind me for that topic. Double standard and mindset.
Yes.
Good. So, how you deal with things like social media bullying is mindsets. The only problem is that not everybody is, say, it's not easy, but not everybody has like a stronghold mindset. Not everybody is willing to look and be like, okay, this will not bother me. It took a lot for me to not let certain things bother me. It's not easy, it's the hardest thing to do. So not everybody can do that. I think one of the things that people should learn the most is not just about how to make money. It's about how to have a mindset that can help you, survive a little longer. Because you might have all the money in the world and still your mindset is shit.
Yeah. Remember one time I made a post. Somebody was like, "You better hit the gym." Bruh.
So hitting the gym is a personal thing. It's if you want to, you cannot. So body shaming has become so ideal. It's messed up. It is very, very messed up. There's nothing I want to say about that actually.
Really
I almost don't want to talk
nice.
about anything because it's tired talking about it. You only keep talking and then nobody really does anything. You will still go back online and see cyberbullying happening. Go through the comment sections and see somebody say you should kill yourself. So you decide to go kill yourself. First off, social media is fucked up. Secondly, your mindset is fucked up.
Yeah, and in the case of this injustice, look at justice for Mohbad that we have been fighting for over R.I.P. Mohbad. For over 2 years now. Still no justice.
It's going to be sadder because I feel like this issue might last longer than 2 years. I don't know. I feel bad even talking about it because a whole bunch of fingers that have been pointed, chances are they were not really, certain, you get. And now other things are coming to light about probably his wife and a whole bunch of other stuff. I feel bad about this situation, and I really wish that they could get justice for that guy because it doesn't just make any sense as to how you can easily cut somebody's life short
Yeah.
and still be frolicking
And,
and
and
dancing.
everyone is turning into content. This one has something to say. This one has something to reveal. What do you think about the long story that Naira Marley dropped after how many years?
I think as a man, you have to look for a way to play your name.
Mm.
Papa is just trying to let the air out, and I'm not going to be pointing any fingers, like I said, but I'm just of the opinion that I pray they get justice for that dude, because Naira as a whole is a fun nigga, he's a fun guy, and I cannot say that anybody categorically did it.
Yeah.
So I just pray that they get justice for the guy.
You think Very Dark Man and Yabo Joe's hand in this thing spoils the whole
No,
justice?
so firstly, I was never a supporter of Very Dark Man. In fact, when he first started, I never really liked it because I'm like, with this man, we just like sleep up, no shit to person.
Yeah.
Yes. But to be honest, if not for people like Very Dark Man, some issues that need light would not have light. No, for real. Think about it. There's a whole bunch of things that a whole bunch of issues he has dragged out, and whether he's right or wrong in the process at which he carried it out, he
Yeah.
did that, and you knew about it.
Yeah.
If he didn't do it, would you have the mindset you have about that situation?
No.
Exactly. So he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's playing a part in the whole structure of the society. That's what I think.
Then in the street, on the streets of Lagos, almost every corner you see bambiala beggars everywhere. It's like they live on the street. I don't know if the government are not seeing them.
What do you want the government to do?
Do you think poor people should have kids?
You have to defend yourself in the question. So, look, I think everybody is deserving of kids. One of the reasons why we're put on earth is to be fruitful and multiply. Everybody deserves kids. What I don't think is that one man can not decide to have way too much.
One person,
Right?
10.
Yeah, but then again, preference. Like I said, it's a fine line between
Yeah.
double standards and
Yeah.
preference. So it is what the man prefers, and if he feels like he can, take care of them, fine. It's just some people are very selfish in their sense of preference too, because they don't think about the next one. So they don't think that maybe adding two extra kids to society would shorten some other kids' food somewhere. It's weird, and it's weird for me to say that too, because even the country we live in, they don't make this food that we're talking about easily accessible anymore.
It is not.
The amount I used to spend for buying food before.
You spend times 4 and it's still not enough. Still not enough.
So you see, the problem is bigger than just pointing one person and saying this, that, this. We
Yeah.
can point fingers a whole and arrest a whole bunch of people. There will not be space anymore in our prisons if we decide to do that.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, it will change nothing if the mindset is not changed. The mindset is the main thing,
Yeah.
basically.
In the case of rent increase and tax and agency and this and that is happening now, what do you think about it?
So I wish it could, I wish the increase could go slower. To be honest, I wish it could go slower, but because of the way our economy is,
Yeah.
quickly, what's the word? Should I say growing in mass and size and everything that's happening, and then the whole demand that goes on. What do you want the government to do, especially when there's an opportunity out there? Real estate is almost the biggest chance to make money. So anybody that has an apartment or owns a property and wants to put it out for rent, obviously he will first make their own research about the environment where they want to rent from and know how much they rent there.
Yeah.
Know what the demand is, and probably at their own too, and then bill you.
Oh, rent is times 2, times 3 now, and you don't have a choice.
Okay,
It's not like we have jobs or we are being paid well enough.
See, you need that payment well enough. Let's not even put there. Let's not put there. But you see, at the point when I was looking for an apartment, I can tell you that the amount of apartments I went to and the cost of that apartment, they were like far off. In the sense whereby a small cubicle would go for as much as say 1.5 in that in this singlet over here. This
Mm.
singlet,
Yeah.
and it's a big chick.
Ah,
So
it's really sad. It's
and
really
again,
sad.
the area matters. The area of the apartment too matters. Some areas have advanced in a sense, in a particular sense, and some other areas are they are just dragging.
Do you think Nigeria will get better?
Yes.
Like that.
No, for real. I'm on the positive side. I wish my country well. It doesn't mean if I can travel out, I won't travel.
Jandu, if you
No,
can't.
but it's not like Japa. It's like go out, enjoy, probably come back and stuff.
Probably okay.
But I definitely know Nigeria will get better.
I hope so. I really do
I
hope
hope
so.
so.
So let's talk about MVP. How did you even get the name? What's the meaning of MVP?
Yeah,
I just they shout MVP, MVP. I don't even know.
I was going to correct you. MVP is okay. First of all, MVP meant most valuable person, but MVP is just another phase, or was just another phase in my life. Yeah. So I'm still MVP, but I am also Samson. I am Damilare. I am a producer. I'm a director. I'm a musician. I'm a creator.
Yes.
It's a whole bunch of things. So also, I have a new EP coming out pretty soon. It's called Aura, and I'm dropping it under a new alias,
Ooh.
Larexi.
Ooh, okay. That's
it is
nice.
what it is. Yeah. So
How do you manage all of this? Because it's like it's a lot. How do you manage all of this? Because I still see that you still have time for music. I see you on this location.
Yeah.
I see you there. How do you manage everything?
I just try my best. I think I decided I would keep trying my best for myself. At the point in my life, I was doing my best for every other person, but not myself. So I kept falling in the trap of I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that better, or I couldn't give my best and find another thing that I'm good at and still add it to it.
Yeah.
But over time, I realized there was so much more I had in me. I had so much more to give. So why am I depriving myself of this much,
Yeah.
I feel happy doing what I'm doing.
As you
It's
should.
exactly it's different from being tied to feeling. There's a whole lot to it.
But that's really
Yeah.
nice. So for people or fans, people that are watching that want to have access to you on social media, what's your handle?
Okay, so my handle on social media is BabyOTH.
Baby OTH.
Yes, I hope I don't wake up tomorrow and change it because I'm
Alright,
weird like
I like
that.
it, baby.
I'm very weird like
Baby.
that. Anyway, so BabyOTH. But you can always find me at Russian Tab Studios. So I manage Russian Tab Studios, and it's a multinational video production company. I don't need to go into details, but we have movies like Dead Tide out, and it features Ike Chuku and a bunch of sweet artists and actors. Also, we do other video productions as well. You can see that. But you can always find me at Russian Tap Studios at General Paints at Abraham Adesina Aja.
That's nice. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much
This was
for having
really
me.
fun.
Thank you.
Do also follow us on all our social media platforms at the Cruise Room Podcast. TikTok, Instagram, we are there.
Everywhere.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Cruise Room Podcast. Turn on your notifications so you stay updated. I remain your amazing host with the most, Sabat Vivian. See you guys next time. Bye.
Peace out.
Nice.